Well, howdy, folks. It's Daryl Keith Norman here again. Hope you all had a good week with the winter weather going on. Um, we had a snowstorm here, and all my friends in the Northeast are laughing at us because we couldn't go anywhere with 2 inches of snow. It's not near the 3 feet they got in Idaho. But anyway, hope you all had a good week. This week's song is called East of Birmingham, and I co-wrote it with Tom Botkin, Jackson Caps, and myself, and I hope you like it. I'm gonna play the song and then come back and we'll do a little chat on it afterwards, and stay tuned. I know a couple people were complaining that I was running late this week getting it done. Been busy, man. Um, I'm just behind. So anyway, for those who were waiting, sorry it took so long. Here comes the song.
Since we were kids in school, she was my heaven and I was her fool. But I headed out to chase my dreams. Now she's all I think about these days. It seems just a little bit east of Birmingham. There's a pretty little girl and a piece of land. Gonna pack this truck and get there as fast as I can. Watch this city slip on down a sign. If I leave right now, it might take all night. My whole world's waiting on me east of Birmingham. Once I leave, I will lay my foot on that gas. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I've been moving too fast. I can't wait for her to put her arms around me and kiss her hello. Goodbye, Tennessee. Just a little bit east of Birmingham. There's a pretty little girl and a piece of land. Gonna pack this truck and get there as fast as I can. Watch this city slip on down a sign. If I leave right now, it might take all night. My whole world waiting on me east of Birmingham. This truck and get there as fast as I can. Watch this city slip on down a sign. If I leave right now, it might take all night. My whole world's waiting on me east of Birmingham. My whole world's waiting on me east of Birmingham.
Well, folks, I hope you liked that. That was East of Birmingham, co-written with Tom Botkin and Jackson Caps. And we had a lot of fun writing this. Just to give you a little bit of setup as to what happens here in Nashville, somebody told me one time, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds about right, that 100,000 people come into town each year trying to follow their dreams and make it. And every year, 95% of those people, 95,000 of them, go back home with their tail between their legs because this town's really tough. But 5,000 people stick around and they're good. I mean, everybody's good. And you either rise to the occasion or you go back home. It has to be fun doing the process for you, otherwise you just aren't going to stick it out, because there's so many wonderful people here in town, and they're all trying to do the same thing you are. Now, on the downside is it's really competitive and very few songs make it through. There's so many songs being written every day. But the upside is, at least for me, I always kind of felt like I was the best guy in town no matter where I lived. And I was all alone. I mean, there was nobody that thought like I did and nobody trying to do what I was trying to do. And I came to Nashville and it's like all of a sudden I had a family. And it is competitive, but it's a real friendly competition. People aren't wishing you to do bad. They just want to work with you, you know, and it's a lot of fun. So what happens is people get together and just come up with ideas and get them out there and try and get people to hear the songs. And that's what I'm doing with this site, is like, I'm just tired of these songs sitting on the shelves, and I'd like anybody to just listen to them. And you always go into a writing session with a blank sheet of paper, a guitar, and a pen, or a pencil. That way you can erase as you rewrite as you go along. But you never know what's going to happen. And Tom Botkin and I have written a bunch of songs together. You'll hear me talking about him a lot. We just love writing together. And a publisher friend of his said that he had a guy he was working with that he wanted to get together with us and write. And we of course said, okay, come on out. And it's always a crapshoot. You never know if you're gonna click with the person that comes out. I've written songs with friends of mine that I've had friends for years, and musically it just doesn't click, but you still remain friends. And then sometimes you don't know the person at all and it just comes together perfectly. And so you never know. I never say no. It's like, if somebody wants to take the time to sit down and write with me, I'm going to do it, unless I'm in the hospital or something. And even in the hospital, when I had my heart attack, I was writing songs in the hospital, because it's like there's all that free time. They just kept interrupting me to give me medication, and it's like, hey, I'm in the middle of a chorus here. And it's like, it takes a lot for me to cancel, and I just thoroughly love the process. And Tom and I always have fun writing together. And so Jackson Caps came out, and we've written a couple songs together. I think another one we did here was Slow Dancing Mood, that you might have heard on an earlier episode, and that came out pretty good. And East of Birmingham was our second song that we did. And he was kind of in a hurry. He was going to leave right after the writing session and go back home to Alabama and see his girlfriend, who he hadn't seen in like 2 or 3 weeks. And he was all excited about that. And we're sitting there talking about, his girlfriend and Tom and my wives, and we're just sitting there talking about that. And he goes, well, yeah, I just can't wait to get back home and see her. And I asked him, I said, where does she live? And he goes, oh, just a little bit east of Birmingham. And I said, well, let's just write that. And Tom and I are fast, when we're writing and everything, and Jackson liked that. And so we just sat down with a blank sheet of paper and started throwing lines back and forth. And we had a great time doing it. But this song is specifically for Jackson's girlfriend. Tell you the truth, I don't even know her name. And he may have a new one by now. I haven't seen him in a while. He's a good-looking kid, and he's really good at what he does. You can find him on iTunes and stuff like that. I know he's put out a couple EPs, and he's great, and he was fun to work with. So hopefully, Jackson, if you're out there, call us back up. We'll do some more because we've done well so far. And I really like this song. The demo singer who sang it liked it so much he started putting it into his set, even though it hasn't been a hit yet. I still think it could be if the right person gets a hold of it. But the demo singer, when he's out playing, he's started playing this song and telling everybody it's one of his favorite songs he's ever worked on. And so that made me proud. And anybody who sits there, after you've put your heart and soul into a song, anybody who sits there and goes, man, that really moves me, it means the world to you. It's like one person likes it, I'm just thrilled to death. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the song. Thanks for tuning in, for subscribing, for sharing, for your emails, for your comments. I really appreciate them all. And even though I've been snowed in, I haven't felt like I've been alone out here, because everybody's emailing and texting and all kinds of stuff. And I'm glad some people are getting enjoyment out of this. Just keep on subscribing and sharing and passing it along. The more people that hear it, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And once again, if anybody wants to co-write, if anybody wants a song for their project, if anybody wants to do a project, I'm available and willing to do it, and we'll always work something out and have a ball doing it. So anyway, until next week, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you on the other side. Thanks for tuning in.